What if I told you Samsung's One TV in 2025 isn't the most expensive? Dramatic pause. Today, we tested all their latest models, and one underdog destroyed the competition. Want proof? Stick around, because the results will shock you. Oh, and all purchase links? Waiting in the description. Let's go! Starting at number 1. Samsung S95F OLED. The Samsung S95F OLED is the best Samsung TV. Like any OLED, you get unrivaled black levels, so blacks are deep and inky in a dark room. Since it uses a QD-OLED panel, you also get incredibly bright and vibrant colors that can't be matched by traditional OLED displays. A lot of OLED models don't fare well in bright rooms, but this TV is the only OLED on the market that features a matte screen coating. Reflections are almost invisible on this TV, so overhead lights and even direct light sources facing the screen are a non-factor. Combined with its amazing peak brightness, visibility isn't an issue at all on this TV. Another positive is that it has a very wide viewing angle, so it's great for group settings. It comes with Samsung's unique Slim One Connect box, which gives you quick access to the inputs when the TV is wall-mounted and offers versatility for your setup. The TV is also equipped with a plethora of modern gaming features like 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, 4K at 165Hz, and VRR, making it a great option for pairing with modern consoles and gaming PCs. It also has nearly instant pixel transitions, so motion is crisp and clear. In addition to that, it has exceptionally low input lag for a responsive feel. Home theater enthusiasts may be put off by Samsung's lack of Dolby Vision and DTS audio pass-through, but if you can live without those features, the S95F is one of the best TVs on the market. Number 2. Samsung S90F OLED. What if you don't need the matte coating, the One Connect box, or 165Hz, and want to spend less? That's where the Samsung S90F OLED comes in, which is the best Samsung TV in the upper mid-range category. Being a QD OLED, you still get the same perfect black levels and similarly vibrant colors as its older sibling. You also get impressive HDR brightness, so HDR content is impactful. Unfortunately, the TV isn't nearly as bright in SDR as the S95F, and it's not nearly as good with reflection handling due to its glossy coating, so there are some visibility issues in bright rooms. Still, you can watch TV and not be distracted by glare in moderately lit rooms. You also get the same wide viewing angle as the more expensive model, so it's great for wide seating arrangements. Despite not offering 165Hz support, you can still game in up to 4K at 144Hz with VRR on any of its 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. The TV has the same nearly instant pixel transitions and low input lag, so you get a sharp and smooth gaming experience. Like any Samsung TV, it doesn't support Dolby Vision or DTS audio pass-through, but it still offers HDR10+. If you're considering this TV, just keep in mind that only some sizes have a QD OLED panel, and even that varies by region. Number 3. Samsung S85F OLED. If you want an OLED, but the two picks above are out of your price range, consider the Samsung S85F OLED. It's not as bright as the Samsung S90F OLED, and it caps out at 4K at 120Hz, but outside of that, the two TVs are remarkably similar. You still get the perfect black levels, vivid colors, wide viewing angle, and the nearly instant response times QD-OLEDs are known for. Even though the TV isn't as bright as its more expensive siblings, you can still watch SDR content in a room with a few lights on and not be distracted by reflections. There's a larger disparity in HDR brightness compared to the other two Samsung OLEDs, so highlights in dark scenes and entirely well-lit scenes don't pop out as much, but you still get a decently impactful HDR experience. Some PC gamers might feel like they're missing out by not having a 144Hz refresh rate, but the TV still offers 4 HDMI 2.1 ports capable of 4K at 120Hz with VRR, so the TV is fully compatible with the features offered by modern consoles. Unfortunately, like the S90F, there's a catch. In North America, Only the 55-inch and 65-inch models use a QD OLED panel, whereas the larger options utilize a normal OLED panel. The rest of the world gets a OLED panel throughout all size options. You can determine what type of panel it has by looking at the model code. Number 4. Samsung Q80D. If you want a Samsung TV without breaking the bank, the Samsung Q80D QLED is the best lower mid-range Samsung TV we've tested. It's actually brighter in SDR than the Samsung S90F OLED, so it easily overcomes glare in a well-lit room. You won't find the same inky blacks on this TV as the OLED choices above, but it still has a solid local dimming feature that helps it achieve deep, bold blacks, albeit with some blooming around highlights and subtitles. Colors aren't quite as vivid as its QD OLED counterparts, but you still get punchy colors that look good. Unfortunately, it has a very narrow viewing angle, so you have to be seated centered to the screen if you want to see the best image quality. This makes it a poor choice for wide seating arrangements. The TV has modern gaming features that make it pair well with modern consoles. You still get HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, and low input lag. However, its slower response time means you do see more blur behind fast motion, so you don't get the crisp and sharp motion that the higher pics provide. Number 5. Samsung Q60D. The Samsung Q60D is the best budget Samsung TV we've tested. Although Samsung doesn't release many budget models anymore, this TV offers decent overall performance at a lower cost than their more expensive models. It's not as bright as the Samsung Q80D QLED and doesn't have the same level of reflection handling, so glare is an issue in a bright room. However, it's still good enough for moderately lit rooms. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a local dimming feature, so blacks are grayish most of the time. Colors are a bit muted on this TV, since it lacks the color volume to show colors at high levels of brightness. Like the Q80D, it has a very narrow viewing angle, so it's best viewed from directly in front of the screen. Unfortunately, it's not nearly as good for gamers as the pics above, as it's pretty bare bones when it comes to gaming features. It only has HDMI 2.0 bandwidth, is limited to 4K at 60 Hz, and doesn't have VRR support. Its input lag is low enough for a responsive gaming experience, but its response time is very slow, so fast motion is blurry. If you're looking for a TV to take advantage of your modern console, the Q60D isn't a great option, but it's not bad overall for watching content. So, which of these Samsung TVs are you taking home? Drop a comment below. If this video saved you time or money, do me a favor, smash that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more brutally honest tech reviews. See you in the next one.